Welcome, cruise family. I'm Melody
And I'm Rod.
with Always Be Vacationing. We got bumped from Navigator of the Seas to Freedom of the Seas, and we're confirmed. Today, we're going to be giving you the sailing update that we just received from Royal Caribbean.
Fun.
Yeah. Hi, cruise family. I'm Melody
And I'm Rod.
with Always Be Vacationing, a channel where we're sharing all of our tips and tricks on how we're able to always be vacationing while having 2 great careers, 6 kids, 3 dogs, 1 cat, and a saltwater tank. Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's everything.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
everything. Full lives, always vacationing. Today I wanted to share with you our sailing update that we just received from Royal Caribbean. There's a few really interesting things. I'm going to post a couple of things up on the screen with us, but let's go ahead and start.
Okay.
Okay? And have you read this?
A little bit, yeah.
You've read this a little
Yep.
bit. The really interesting things about this letter are, well, first of all, if you're vaccinated, it's going to be a pretty typical cruise. And if you're not vaccinated, there's going to be a few things that you're going to do differently. That's what I got from the letter.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive. Yikes.
Okay, tell them more
Yeah.
about that.
If you're vaccinated, all is good. You're still going to have to wear masks, indoors. But when you're seated at a venue like a bar or one of the shows or something like that, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Awesome, right?
Yeah,
Super comfortable.
awesome.
If you're not vaccinated, you're going to get tested a lot at your
Pre-cruise,
expense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-cruise, at the terminal, and right before you get off the ship, 24 hours before disembarkation, you get tested at your expense.
And it's not cheap. It's like
No.
we're talking 130, 140 bucks a test.
Yep.
And
That's
for,
all in our report.
for
in
each
the report.
person.
Yeah, for each person.
A couple of different times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So sailing vaccinated right now is probably a really good idea. They're not saying it's required, but they're going to make it really hard if you're not.
Yeah, needle is this big and super small. To get tested, they take a swab and it's that big around, and they're gonna jam it in your nose
No.
cavity.
Yeah, well, we had to jam it in our own nose cavity last time.
Look, whether they're doing it, you're doing it. It's uncomfortable. It's huge. It's huge. Or you can get a little bitty needle in your arm. It takes a couple of seconds. Get vaccinated. You're good. Anyways, I don't care what you do, but it's going to be expensive if you don't.
Right. So, reading the sailing update, there was a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. Obviously, the vaccination, most of it, and I'll post some of this so that you can see word for word what they're saying. If you don't want to sail under these conditions, if you're not vaccinated or vaccinated, they're offering a refund right now, which I thought was really nice because, sometimes it's just not comfortable to sail in this way. Okay. Did you read this at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously?
Yeah.
Because check this out. Additional testing. Okay, we already talked about that. What to expect during your cruise. Now, obviously face masks indoors, right? That's normal. Everybody's doing that right now.
Yep.
They're also saying that the CDC could update this at any time, kind of half expecting that the president on July 4th is going to do some big, huge thing and say, you guys are all free and no more masks. At least that's my hope, is that that's what's happening and what they're preparing. And if that happens, obviously, this mask thing is going to go away. We're used to wearing masks in big crowded areas, so it's not going to be that big of a deal
Yeah.
to cruise that way, do you think?
Solves for the halitosis problem once in a while.
No, then you smell it.
No, hey, I'm good though. I have fresh breath, fresh minty breath all the time.
Okay, so I wanted to share this with you because I thought it was really cool. Well, not really cool, but really important. Since the majority of our guests will be vaccinated, there will be venues and events restricted to vaccinated guests only. Did you read that?
No, I must have skipped that part.
You must have skipped that part.
It was on page 3 and it's little writing.
Yeah, it is really little writing. So it says that it basically is saying here that if you're vaccinated, you're going to get a little bit special treatment because you'll have access to events and to venues that are different than the unvaccinated guests. Is that not interesting?
That's awesome.
Okay,
Cool.
they say that a couple different ways throughout this. We do have to still get on our cruise planner and plan everything. We're in the middle of all of that. And it says in the main dining room, we're going to designate areas for vaccinated people and unvaccinated. So it sounds like we're going to be separated a little bit just so that they could probably kind of watch us.
It reminds me of
my
that.
gosh!
What was that show where it was like unclean, and
Yeah.
what was that disease where your skin falls off? I can't remember.
Not halitosis. That's
No,
like
that's bad breath. No, it's leprosy.
Oh, leprosy.
Yeah,
Yes.
the unclean section versus the clean
Right.
section. They're separating them. You don't get to live on a little island isolated, but it's basically the same thing. You're going to be isolated in a corner, probably the worst corner.
And you know how they're going to tell us apart? It says right here our CPAS card.
Oh, cool.
So of course, right?
Makes sense.
You know, yeah,
That's
makes
easy.
sense.
Okay.
Makes sense. I recommend getting vaccinated because it sounds like it's going to be a much more pleasurable
A lot less
cruise.
expensive. It's going to cost you twice as much to go on this cruise unvaccinated, and you're not going to
Yeah.
get all the cool stuff, and it's going to be an uncomfortable experience.
You're going to be set in the corner.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, not good yet. Not good yet. Okay. Also, entertainment. I said something about the entertainment, but they're specifically saying there's special times for the vaccinated guests. So we might get some extra shows or something. Who knows?
Cool.
Anyway, I think that is, they're saying stricter protocols for vaccinated guests. And that is to be expected. I'm thankful
For
that
unvaccinated guests.
guests.
Which is
Oh
still
my
it's
gosh.
still important. It's going to be a little less strict if you're vaccinated, more
Right.
strict the other way around, which still makes sense. So yeah.
Okay, thank you
Yep.
for catching that because that's great. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just really super excited that they are allowing both vaccinated and unvaccinated people to go.
Sure.
It's your choice,
Yeah,
right?
perfect.
It's your choice at the end of the day.
Yep.
Okay, next thing on our list is to start packing. We are going to be sharing some packing information and tips. There is one thing that we forgot on our honeymoon cruise that cost us a lot of heartache. Don't say it.
I can't remember.
Oh, you will.
Oh,
Okay, you got to tune in so that you can find out what that one item
I'll tune in. I got to figure it out too.
Right.
Yeah.
Subscribe, hit the button. We've got that to share with you. Also, we are planning on some of the footage that we're going to be taking on the cruise. Pub crawl sounds fun. Do you think you can make it?
Nope. That's all right though.
There's 15 bars
Yeah.
on Freedom.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments below if you'd like to see us doing the pub crawl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Share with us if you'd like to see us doing that one.
You want to see us drunk-ish. That's entertainment. All right. I'm subscribed.
You're subscribed.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much for joining us today.
See you soon.
See you soon.